All right. Almost to go. What's that?
District, Diane?
Huh?
What district?
Oh, Ward 3. Yeah. One of your representatives isn't here. Jim Storley is one and Frank Goshik is the other, but he's gone right now, evidently. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, actually. I am recording live at City Hall in Little Falls, Minnesota. And there are some folks here that are not normally here. Morrison County Record Reporter's there. We have our Chief of Police over there in the blue shirt. And here's our council. And that gentleman in the blue shirt is the City Administrator, John Rademacher. And I won't be able to talk now because the meeting is soon to begin. Hey, thanks for watching. Tim, can you tell me if the clarity on here is good enough, if the picture is good? Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you very much. The truth is, this city should be live streaming this on Facebook, and they should be live streaming this with the expensive new equipment that's been installed. That's over there up above the ceiling there and back here. And that machine should be on right now recording all this live. But they don't want to record live because they don't want people in the public here, the other residents, to hear what people who have come to speak, including some of these folks here, have to say. Thanks for watching. Can somebody please send me a message and tell me if the clarity on here is good? I think it is. It looks like it is to me on my screen. Thank you. I appreciate your watching.
It is 6 o'clock. We'll call our special City Council work session of October 7th to order. We do have a quorum, public forum. Individuals may address the City Council about items on the agenda or not included on the agenda. Speakers are required to state their name and address for the council record and limit their remarks to 3 minutes or less. Speakers are requested to frame their comments around items that fall within the authority of the City Council. Generally, the City Council will not take official action on the items discussed at this time, but may place them on file, take the matter under advisement, refer the matter to staff or committee for a future report, or direct the matter to be placed on an upcoming agenda. Would anyone like to speak? I'll let you know when there's 1 minute left.
Okay, thank you. My name is Renee Kono, K-O-N-O. My address is 1109 West Broadway, Little Falls. I would like to inform you what I believe to be a very important upcoming meeting involving the Morrison County Animal Humane Society Board of Directors and a special meeting of the membership regarding recent board actions. On September 11, 2019, Pastor Robert Bellin, board member, was presented a letter of removal from the board citing disruptive conduct and an attempt to intervene or interfere with the executive director's management by asking them to produce documents relating to the budget. He was also banned as a volunteer, which included a ban from the facility itself. Pastor Bellin volunteered an average of 30 hours per week. As a result of his removal, 2 other volunteers resigned their positions.
Why isn't that on? That should not cut into her time.
Nor should you. Would you try it? John just did something back there. Nothing yet, John.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
That podium was moved or.
Yeah, that could be.
Pastor Bellin volunteered an average of 30 hours per week, and as a result of his removal, 2 other volunteers resigned their volunteer positions. One volunteered 28 to 35 hours and the other 12 to 15 hours per week, while the executive director was only working an average of 23 to 26 hours a week, receiving a salary budgeted for 40 hours. These volunteers also donated thousands of dollars of their own money to provide staff with necessary supplies and animals necessary medical attention. I have been involved in the shelter since 2012. I've seen 4 executive directors and countless board members come and go. Each member of the board of directors signs a contract stating they have a legal and ethical responsibility to ensure that the organization does the best work possible in pursuit of its goals. 3 of those members have never been in the facility to my knowledge, and I've been the only one that's been there almost daily. Board of directors are to support the purpose and mission of the society and pledge a commitment to assist in carrying out its work. On Wednesday at a special meeting of the membership, the board and executive director will be asked to step down. Bills are not getting paid timely. The ordering of vaccines, syringes, cleaning supplies required per veterinary protocol are delayed. Directors must be active, informed, and engaged because they are considered fiduciaries of the organization, individuals who are in a position involving trust. Specifically, directors owe a fiduciary duty to the nonprofit to act in good faith with care, loyalty, obedience, and honesty in fact. I am asking the City Council as a substantial funder of this shelter to have a member of this council or one of its representatives to sit on the board of directors at the Morrison County Animal Humane Society. The regular board meeting will be held this Wednesday at noon with a special members meeting at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, October 9, 2019 at the Carnegie Hall Library. Lastly, all potential members are sadly being denied membership who want to have a voice in this issue, violating the bylaws of the shelter. Thank you for allowing me the time.
Would anyone else like to speak?
She said it.
I'm Robert Bellin. I reside at 209 First Street in Brandville. Anything else before I start? Or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I'll give a brief account of what I noticed, thought, said, and heard in my brief time on the board of directors. Morrison County Animal Humane Shelter went on the board. First full meeting in July. I reviewed the material beforehand, as I like to do as a board member of something. As a treasurer for 3 years in my Lions Club, I kind of looked towards the treasurer's reports, and in my first meeting I noticed a number under the byline, or the line mileage, PetSmart and Piers travel, and I noticed that number was a lot larger than I expected it to be, hundreds of dollars, and I made a mention of that, and there was a reply to that went back to the fact that Jeannie did most of all that driving for all that stuff and never asked for money. I let it drop. The next meeting I reviewed the material, and that line item had decreased $361 on the treasurer's report. I'm told that the treasurer of the board does not put together a treasurer's report, but is put together by the executive director. I didn't question that at the meeting, except the explanation was given by the director that that $361 had been mistakenly put on there by the software used to create the form. Myself, having used those kind of softwares, know that that just doesn't happen. The numbers go where you put them. I left that quiet. I didn't make an issue of it.
You have 1 minute left. Sorry.
I was also asked to talk about my time volunteering, but I guess I'll just, so I was also kind of expected not to make waves. I was told that by the president in kind of more subtle terms, but I knew what he was saying. So I went to my own to ask the executive director on a quiet Saturday morning if I could look at some of the foundational material that went into putting together a report. I was told no, I couldn't have that I would have to go before the board. I went to the next board meeting in September, and before the first item on the agenda was the request for my removal from the board. Something smells fishy. I'm not making any accusations, and I'm not talking about fresh fish fried on the grill after catching it. I'm talking 3 days on the shore. Make of it what you will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir, would you spell your last name, please?
B as in business. E-L-L-I-N.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
He has a hearing issue, that's why I asked for that microphone to be on. You weren't accommodating a disabled individual.
Would anyone else like to speak?
Are you guys going?
No, Renee said everything.
Well, let me just say, no, you don't get started. I'm not even up at the podium yet. Robin Hensel, 807 First Street Southeast. I hope you took your teaspoon of sugar because you aren't going to like this medicine. 2 constitutional attorneys that worked for me. 1 criminal attorney, the Minnesota ACLU, Freedom from Religion Organization, and Americans United have all backed me legally because this city has operated in violation of the Constitution of the United States of America. That's about as unpatriotic and un-American as the people sitting in front of me here, all of them, can get. There is nothing more unpatriotic or un-American than that, is there? If there is, I'm not aware of it. This council authorized the spending of $54,000 for live streaming equipment in this room. There isn't any reason why any of you shouldn't be live streaming, just like I am right now on Facebook. And I'm going to tell you why. You take advice, or you're supposed to, from the League of Minnesota Cities. We pay in thousands of dollars every year, taxpayers, to fund being part of the League of Minnesota Cities. But you're not taking their advice. Some of you aren't even reading their information, including this. Message Matters, this is from July to August 2017. Cities get creative with social media. When the city of Cottage Grove had a visioning session last fall to talk with residents about the city's future, leaders decided to try something a little different. Instead of asking people to come to City Hall, they came to residents via Facebook Live. They were extremely happy with the results. We had 53 viewing live. We'd be ecstatic if we had 53 at a town hall meeting. Like other Minnesota cities, Cottage Grove has tried to involve its nearly 36,000 residents in major city discussions, but turnout at traditional meetings has never been great. People are so busy, so we're just trying to reach them where they are. Another great aspect of Facebook Live is that once the live stream is over, it continues to be available on the city Facebook page. More than 3,000 have viewed the recording, and I should inject here, only city council meetings are live streamed, not this meeting. The only reason it's going to be published at all is because I'm recording with that camera and this camera right now. Sometimes the use of social media is strategic and carefully crafted by city officials in smaller cities. Social media activity is often driven by one committed employee. In Plymouth, staff and city council members met in a study session to plan the use of social media tools. The city uses Twitter to promote everything from parks to concerts and other events to city 75,000 residents. Why aren't any of you that smart? Why don't any of you care that much about the residents?
Your 3 minutes are done. Right? Would anyone else like to speak? Next, we'll go to the bill discussion.